Babbel, Memrise, Uso, Duolingo. You must have used one of the apps on screen during the last year, or at the very least have heard of them. Language learning apps have been on the rise lately. In fact, the mobile e-learning market size is forecasted to reach $9.5 billion by 2026, and between 2020 and 2021, the popularity of language learning apps increased due to users' desire to engage in meaningful activities while sheltering at home during the pandemic. For my research, I chose to focus on Memrise. So what is a language learning application? And it's one of the most popular language applications in the world, with over than 55 million users. Memrise was founded by Ben Whitley and Ed Cook in 2010 with the concept of language immersion as the key for learning languages. And it makes use of gamified elements to make learning super fun to be effective. It utilizes in its design the psychological spacing effect, which is enabling long-term memory by spacing the learning process, then introducing it in a consequent manner. And results have reported that learners retain new information better in long-term memory with spaced learning than with amassed learning. Memrise makes use of flashcards, often with videos provided by members of the community saying the words. The word or phrase will then be spaced out as the user learns more words and then brought back in at a later date, which is a way to enable faster memorization. At the start, Memrise was heavily focused on the web app, which led to a large community growing out and creating their own courses in specific languages. On the mobile app, however, Memrise experience is more straightforward. 20 languages are available to learn, and users need to subscribe to be able to complete the full course and receive additional features such as offline viewing. Some very important figures to know about Memrise. Memrise made an estimated $22.8 million revenue in 2020, a 39% increase year on year, and it has over 55 million registered users. For my research, I chose to focus on a certain aspect of Memrise, which is gamification. What is gamification? Gamification can be defined as the process of enhancing services with motivational affordances in order to invoke gameful experiences and further behavioral outcomes. Gamification can also be defined as the use of game design elements in non-game contexts, and it also can be linked to persuasive technology. Gamification is a part of persuasive technology that aims at using game mechanics to influence the behavior of users, and it can be seen to be composed of three segments: motivational possibility, emotional result, and behavioral results. Motivational possibility in gamification can be embodied in the form of point system, badges, leaderboards, levels, rewards, and other options, while the emotional and behavioral results can be reflected in motivation, fun, and engagement. Gamified elements like rewards can result in influencing user behavior, which in turn stems from intrinsic motivation, which is doing an activity due to a perceived feeling of fulfillment. So for my research, I decided to go for three design methods: try it yourself, competitive product survey, and observation. In try it yourself, I adopted the mindset of the user and judged the app from the user's point of view. In observation, which is the systematic viewing, recording, description, analysis, and interpretation of people's behavior, and I went for participant observation and intent-mediated observation. And for competitive product survey, I went for a competitive analysis of other applications that make use of the gamified concept to understand how Memrise is doing in comparison. So the impact of this study: Memrise usability first. This study aims to know the pain points of using Memrise and how those can be improved.